The wife thought her husband had cancer and needed 1 million yuan for surgery. Seeing him as a burden, she didn't hesitate to ask for a divorce. Little did she know, right after getting the divorce certificate, her husband handed her a medical report. She was the one with cancer. A day earlier, the husband had learned his wife was in the advanced stage of gastric cancer, and the surgery would cost 1 million yuan. He immediately planned to sell their old house. He was willing to lose everything to save her, but his mother was cautious and suggested a test. Let him pretend he was the one with cancer to see how his wife would react. If she passed the test, she'd agree to let him have the house deed. Confident in his wife's love, the husband said, "She loves me deeply and will never leave me." When he told her he had advanced gastric cancer, the wife froze. She thought treating cancer was too difficult, and silently thought, spending money on treatment is throwing it away, we'll end up with nothing left. Then she changed her tone, pretending to promise, "I'll stay with you. We'll sell everything to pay for the treatment." She said she'd go home to raise money right away, but in reality, she was going to prepare divorce papers to protect herself. The husband had thought his wife would do everything to save him, but instead, she called her mother over. Before he could react, she pulled out the divorce agreement and said firmly, "If you really love me, you shouldn't hold me back." At that moment, he finally saw her true colors. It turned out the old saying was true. Husbands and wives are like birds in the same forest. When disaster strikes, they fly separately. The wife told him not to be selfish. "If I had gastric cancer, I'd take the initiative to divorce you. I'd never burden you and would bear it alone." He couldn't believe it. Wanting to live after getting sick made him selfish. What hurt him even more was that the divorce agreement was completely unfair. She wanted to take his premarital house worth 1 million yuan, leaving him only a worthless electric scooter. If she knew how to drive, she probably would have taken that too. The husband flew into a rage, but the wife argued, "Women are the vulnerable group. We usually earn less than men, so we deserve more property." Her mother chimed in, "He doesn't have much time left. Spending money on his treatment is a waste. It's better to keep it for my daughter to enjoy." They were clearly plotting something. The husband refused to agree, so the wife threatened to take him to court. She immediately called a lawyer to start the process. He felt heartbroken. He'd told her about the cancer that morning, and by afternoon, she already had a lawyer. Just then, the hospital called. The wife snatched the phone away. The doctor said a top gastric cancer specialist had arrived. He was the only one who could perform surgery on advanced cases. There was only one spot left, and many patients were waiting. But the wife thought the doctor was talking about her husband. She snapped.
他的这个胃癌手术我们不做，钱是1分都不会出的。你把这个手术机会让给其他病人吧。
The doctor tried to tell her she was the one with cancer, but she hung up without letting him finish. She urged him to go to the Civil Affairs Bureau to finalize the divorce the next day. He saw through her. She just wanted to get rid of him as soon as possible, since the law required spouses to support each other. Little did she know, that's exactly what he wanted too. He agreed immediately. The wife smirked. After he dies, his parents will be the ones suing. We have nothing to fear. Soon after, she ran into her old flame's arms and asked, "Now that I'm divorced, will you marry me?" He didn't hesitate to say yes. Jokingly, she asked, "If I had cancer and needed 1 million yuan for treatment, would you pay for it?" He boasted, 1 million. Even 2 or 3 million is just pocket change to me. But in reality, he didn't take her seriously at all. The next day, she and her husband finalized the divorce. She thought she was starting a new life, unaware that her days were numbered.
好歹夫妻一场，